14. I only have 15 minutes. Okay. Simple, straightforward transformations. E to the x. I would start out with the parent graph. E to the x. If you cannot remember e to the x, just do 2 to the x, right? So I know that e to the x is that picture. I know that the asymptote is at 0. X equals, or y equals 0. Okay. How many transformations are there? Just one. I'm shifting it down 2. So I take that picture, I take the point and the asymptote, and I shift it down 2. And it comes up like that. Okay? So we can do this the easy way or the hard way. Most of the time you guys pick the hard way, so we'll go with that for a little while. So, domain. All reals. Range. -2 to infinity. Okay, domain. All reals, range, -2 to infinity. Okay, your range will always involve your horizontal asymptote on an exponential. All right. I like to ask myself, does it have an x-intercept? Does it have a y-intercept? Yeah, it does, right? So that's why I'm going to proceed. If it didn't, then I wouldn't proceed. But this one does. Okay, so x-intercept. How do I find an x-intercept? 0 and for y. So 0 equals e to the x minus 2. Why do I want, what's 3? Oh. Okay, so then I add 2 over. Now what? Take the natural log of both sides. So I have the natural log of 2 equals, what am I going to get on that side? X. So there's my x-intercept. Okay? Y-intercept. Okay, so only one person wants to do it the easy way, so let's do it the hard way. So the y-intercept, I put 0 in for x, right? So I'll say y equals e to the 0 minus 2. So that's y equals, what's e to the 0? 1 minus 2, so y equals -1. But I knew that because that's where it crossed. I could have seen that. All right, questions on that? Okay, let's do natural log. Natural log, natural log, natural log. What does that look like again? Okay, so it looks like this. Right? It's going to be that picture reflected on the line y equals x. So I have a vertical asymptote at x equals 0. Right? All right, what transformations do I have? 1 unit right. Everyone see that? 1 unit to the right. What value of x gives me a 0 on the inside? +1. Okay. So I take this picture and I move it 1 unit right. Questions? Domain. 1 to infinity. And range. All reals. Okay. Does it have an x-intercept? Does it have a y-intercept? Yes. No. Okay, we don't have to bother looking for a y-intercept. So we want to do it the hard way we can. We'll talk about it. But I can see it has an x-intercept. Okay. Any thoughts? No thoughts. Okay. We have no thoughts. We'll put 0 equals the natural log of x minus 1. Now what? Is anybody awake? Yes, you're awake. Prove it. E to the 0 equals x minus 1. What's e to the 0? 1. So you have 1 equals x minus 1. I add the 1 over, so 2 equals x. But you chose to do it the hard way. Fine. Okay. equals 2, y-intercept, we said was none. Oh, I said I would talk about it. So, how do I know, if I couldn't see it on my picture, how do I know it's none? Well, to find the y-intercept, you put 0 in for x, right? So you'd have y equals the natural log of 0 minus 1. Can you take the natural log of a negative number? No. Okay, so that's how you knew there was. Okay, have you done this one? Yeah? How much time do I have? Okay, breathing. E to the x. I'm shifting it 2 units right and 1 unit up. Okay, so draw it. You haven't drawn it. So here's my e to the x. Here's my e to the x. Here's a point. Okay, so I'm taking it 2 units right, 1 unit up. Right? Okay. So, domain. All reals, range, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm feeling pretty confident about domain and ranges with you guys. It's the x and y intercepts that scare the bejeebs out of me. Actually, you do fine on domains and ranges as long as you get the picture right. Right? Okay. All right. X and y intercepts. What do we know? No x-intercept, right? Yay! No x-intercept. All right, y-intercept. How do we find the y-intercept? Put 0 in for that, right? This point right here has a coordinate of 0, comma something. X is 0. So then I'll have y equals e to the 0 minus 2 plus 1. So I just have y equals e to the negative 2 plus 1. That is my y-intercept. Okay? All right, natural log. Have you graphed it? Okay, 30 seconds to graph. Go.